Hello YouTube fans, welcome to my channel. This is Darlene and I will be starting your reading very shortly here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so very grateful. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, so I really need your support. So if you will hit that like button and subscribe, also would be very appreciated. Would be very grateful. Am and will be very grateful. I know your time is valuable, so I will get started right away. I'm just going to pull some cards here. And for those of you that have not been here before, I already have somebody coming through, and the cards I lay out, I never know if they're part of the message of the person I'm bringing through or they're for the family until I lay them out, and then I'll see where that goes. So I'm just shuffling, waiting for them to tell me the deck is ready. And we will get started here. That's it. Okay. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to turn these over because I read intuitively from, in other words, I'm a medium, so I'm going to tell you about the person I have coming through, and then I'll turn these over. But we will see what this is going to tell us in a little bit. So in the meantime, you just have to look at this kind of dead air here and in eager anticipation. All right, the man I have coming through today is from somewhere. I wish I could pinpoint it. I want to say Pakistan, but somewhere in that part of the world, like Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan even, but the one that's kind of, if I know you can't see inside my head, but when I see all those, I kind of see those words written. The one that's standing out for me is Pakistan. So, you know, if that applies, fine. If it doesn't, that's okay. But somewhere in that part of the world, they came to the United States. So he came, he brought his wife, and I believe she was pregnant while they were coming to this country. I think she was already pregnant. And in fact, I believe that was part of the motivation for them to come here. He wanted a better life for his family. He wanted, this is really sweet, he wanted freedom, more freedom for his wife. Apparently wherever they lived, you know, and I've not been to those countries, but I know that the women there do not have the same privileges that the women do here in the United States, and I hope that's changing. But he respected her and loved her and wanted her to have a different life, a quote, air quotes, better life with more freedom. And so I believe they had made a plan to come to the United States, and as I said, I get the sense that when they came here, she was pregnant with their child. Their first child is what I'm hearing. And then they subsequently had a second child. Well, let me rephrase that. She gave birth to the first child, and then she became pregnant with the second child. And this man, the husband, the father, he was a cab driver in a big city, and I don't know what big city this is, but you know, could be New York, could be, I don't know. It was a big, large, I know that's redundant, city, and he was a cab driver. And he's showing me that he, I want to get this right. Okay. He's showing me that he died in an accident, a car accident, a wreck. He had a wreck when he was driving his taxi. And the reason I hesitated was because I questioned, because I'm seeing the picture in my head, and he doesn't look like he's that, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, I don't see a lot of can't say that nicely. The damage to his body doesn't look that extreme in this picture that he's showing me. And so I was questioning, well then, did you die in the accident or did you get carried to the hospital later? And so he's saying it was a weird thing that he actually died in the accident, but it was minimal. That's the word I kept looking for. Forgive me, y'all. But whatever happened, it could have been something like he just had a snap of the neck or something like that, you know, because of the collision, or just some specific thing that just took him out pretty quickly. It was, I think it was just really quick. I don't feel that he suffered. I feel like there were at least 2, maybe 3 cars. I'm actually seeing possibly 3 cars involved in this accident. It was not his fault. It was one of the other drivers' fault. Feels like it's at, and this is obvious, but I mean, I'm just seeing this city street with, it's at an intersection and somebody just looked down, looked up, looked away or whatever and ran to these other cars. But it, you know, it's like tall buildings all around the corners like you would find, you know, in a city, not like in a smaller town or small city. Anyway, so he's coming through, you know, he was like in a rush to get to me, in a rush to give his message, because he's saying that he didn't want or mean to leave his wife. He feels this sensation, the feeling that he's giving me is that he's heartbroken, he's devastated that he's not here to take care of his wife and child, his 2 children. She's pregnant again. So that he keeps saying, I didn't mean to die. That's literally what he's saying to me. I didn't mean to die. You know, it just wasn't my plan, obviously. I didn't mean to leave you. I didn't mean to desert you. I didn't mean to abandon you and our children. I wanted this better life for us, and I was so, you know, happy having made it here with you, and I wanted to build this wonderful life and raise our family here and make all the dreams that we had come true. And he just, you know, that's sadly how life goes. We never know what day is our last one. But he's connecting with you. This message is, as you can tell, for his wife. Let me just see what these cards want to say here. If anything to add to that. Yeah, it just tore your world up. I mean, let's just say it. It tore your world up. And I don't get the sense, sweetheart, I'm talking to the wife here. I don't get the sense that you had much family here. You know, a lot of people that immigrate to the United States already have family here. So they already have an established presence, or they have support. And I get the feeling that you didn't really have that when you came here, that was just you and your husband and your children or child at the time. And so I feel like that's, you know, this huge tower moment was not just that you lost your husband, pardon me, but this just all happened so suddenly. This whole rug was pulled out from under you, your whole life, basically. And so you've had to be very, very strong. Now, what I am hearing, and you know, typically it takes souls a while there's a transition period between when they die and getting to where they can communicate with us from the other side. There is sometimes a transition period, a lot of the time, frankly. And so it's not, for me as a reader, that common that I get someone who has passed recently. But I kind of get that this was more recently that this has happened. And by recent, I mean within the last year. Okay, I think that maybe in the last, I actually feel it's more recent than that. I'm going to say last 6 months that this could have happened. And I feel like you have just been juggling like a mad person, trying to start your life over, trying to figure out, how to get the strength to carry on, to what direction to go. And I feel like you're thinking about going back home. I think you're considering, well, at least there, I know people, at least they're my own culture. It's not what I wanted, it's not what my husband wanted, but you're considering going back. Excuse me. And at least there you feel like you'll have, so I'm going to say support system, although I don't get the feeling that you had a large family there, because I think you and your husband fought differently than most of your family. You were more forward thinking, you wanted freedom, you were just different, and you didn't potentially have a lot of family support there, but at least they were family. Now I want to ask if there's anything else or any advice that Spirit has to add to this story here, or if your husband has anything else he'd like to say. Okay, and this may be borne out by the cards that come out, I don't know, but he just said to me, don't give up, don't go back. He's saying, don't give up and don't go back, that there's something coming to you. And I was just immediately drawn to this Chariot card. There is something coming for you. Don't give up and don't go back. Be strong. Now let me see what cards might want to come out here. Give me some flyers, please, Spirit. I like it when I get flyer cards. Give me some flyers to help. Whoa, that's, I think, way too many, though. But I'll look at them. Okay. So, yeah, they could be... so, okay. All right. Well, that seems like a lot of cards, but sometimes that's just what we need to tell the story. Okay. So, I'm being backed up by Spirit, and your relatives... Your husband here is telling the story. Let me put this up here. Oh, look at that. How beautiful. Yes. The reason he's saying, hold on, don't give up and don't go home, is because you've got something new coming in that you cannot see. He is going to be, he's telling me, I'm going to take care of you, but I'm going to take care of you from over here. So I'm working behind the scenes to take care of you in the way that I can. I'm sending you something. I'm going to send you some kind of an offer. The world, I know, is, you feel like your world is upside down, but it's going to change. Don't worry yourself sick about it, not knowing what direction to go, being confused. You are going to find celebration. And this energy I'm getting off of this is you're about to meet some people. There are people that are coming in to help support you. Could be an agency, could be someone that runs a homeless shelter, that could be someone that opens up their homes to refugees and supports them. Could be complete strangers. In fact, I kind of feel it is. I don't necessarily know that, I don't necessarily see that you know these people yet, but I just feel like there's just something magical going to happen here, where universe connects you with something and someone that helps you. This Ten of Cups, this could be, well, let me come back to that in a minute, that helps you get your life back together and your feet back on the ground. That right now you feel very, very isolated from the rest of the world. You feel stuck and isolated from the rest of the world. But Spirit is saying there will soon be celebration. You will have something to celebrate. The Ten of Cups can be, happiness, happy family, happy home. Your cups are running over with love. And I'm getting a couple of meetings, a couple levels of energy. He's telling you to hold on, because you can still have this. But he's also saying, because sometimes the Ten of Cups can be a little bit of illusion. To me, as a reader, a Nine of Cups is almost a better card than a Ten of Cups. Sometimes, depending on what the energy that I'm getting off of the card. And so what I'm seeing is, the message I'm getting with this is, you thought the Ten of Cups was what you had with your husband coming to this country, and it was. And they're saying, and it was. And you had this Ten of Cups with your new life here until you didn't, until the tower came in and took it all away. But they're saying don't give up hope, because it's not an illusion that you can have that again. It's not an illusion. It is something that you can get back. And he's saying, no, it's not that you can, it's that you will. You absolutely will. All you have to do, you're going to have to work. Yes, you'll have to work. But there is, I get the feeling that these people, where is it? People that are coming together. I thought I had another card I was looking for that I thought I had out, but might have been my other reading. There is someone, and I feel like it might be a man. Now, I'm not saying this is a romantic person. I'm saying this is a man. A pivotal moment is going to come where you're going to meet someone, and I feel like it may be a man. Maybe this man gives you a job, and you get introduced to these other people who then help you with a place to live, or something like that, that you're going to meet these people. Or maybe you meet some people that that you meet at work, and then they introduce you to this man. But this man is no nonsense, but he's very, very truthful. He's dependable. You can count on what he tells you is the truth. And I feel like that's when you are going to have victory, that this is coming to you. This is what the spirit world, your husband, is sending to you and trying to give you the message that this is coming, to encourage you to hold on, to encourage you not to give up and to not be depressed, as the word I'm hearing. That you're going to have, your life is going to be okay. Thank you. I'm hearing made over. The Judgment card is about, it can be reconciliation if it's in a love reading or something. It can be awakening, a rebirth. And that's the energy that I'm feeling from this. It's like a whole new life is coming towards you, a rebirth. You're sitting on the shore, not seeing how in the world you're ever going to get to ships or to the other side of the shore. But it is coming. Oh, that's beautiful. And actually, this could be a new man, because the Two of Cups is romantic love. Romantic love. You're just going to have to work a little bit. So I think, well, oh my goodness, look at this. So what I'm hearing is, maybe if you're going to get a job, and this job is going to take you down this new path, that what you don't see coming is, not only are you going to have new friends and a new job, but you're going to have a new love coming. Someone that will take very good care of you. And you're going to have a choice. Don't, it's interesting. The message is very similar to a part of the message of the previous reading. Your tendency might be to get up in your head. Your tendency might be to, I know I'm just going to stand my ground and stay where I am and not let someone else in. But what I'm hearing is, the Spirit's saying, don't do that. Because, if you put up a wall, nobody can get in. And this new situation that's coming to you, you can believe it. It is truth. It is truthful. It is something you can depend on. So they're saying not to hold back. Two messages I'm getting from this. Don't hold back, because you're nostalgic for the past. You're very nostalgic. You're missing your husband. You're missing, you're having to give up on the dreams that you two had together. And so they're asking you, they realize that you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads, but don't give up. Be strong like this emperor. He's in charge of his country, his domain. He's strong. He's sometimes a little stubborn, and they're saying that's really what you need right now, is to be a little bit stubborn. But you are about to have an epiphany. You're about to have an awakening of a whole new, there's some exciting things, exciting energies coming towards you. My goodness. Ooh, that's a happy ending. So again, he just wants you to know that he's watching. He's looking in on you. He is watching over you. He's saying protecting you by doing what he can on the other side to bring in this new life for you, that he would never have abandoned you. He would have never planned it this way, excuse me, to have had this happen. But it is what it is, but he's asking you to please don't give up, be strong, take the time you need to heal from this, but you have a beautiful new life coming. And he's saying he will still be checking in on you. Oh, he's saying also that he sees and hears you talking to him sometimes. He sees you crying. He sees you lying in bed at night, like this woman here, curled up in a fetal position and crying. He sees that, and he says he's right there next to you. He's literally lying next to you. What is he saying? All right, there's something about a heart. I don't know if he gave you a heart-shaped pillow or a heart, there's something about a heart that's next to your bed. Could be something your child made for you, could be a necklace that you wear, could be, I'm not sure, but there's a shape of a heart, something near where you're sleeping. Again, it could be a pillow like laying on your bed that he gave you for Valentine's Day or something, I don't know, but, or whenever as a gift. There's something like that, and he's saying, when you see that, and also that you've been seeing hearts, that's what he's also saying. When you see hearts, that's me, I'm talking to you. When you see hearts, and I think you've been seeing them, and you didn't understand the connection, that's him. That's his symbol that he's reaching out to show you that that's him. Yes, okay, thank you. And he's pulling his energy back now, so that's all of this message I have for you today. I do hope this brings you some comfort in knowing that there are some good things coming your way and that he's looking over you. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you being here so very much. Hit that like button on the way out if you would, please, and subscribe, and never know, I might be reading for you and your deceased loved one next. And again, thank you. I appreciate and value your time, and I wish you many, many blessings. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.